Hello and welcome to another Magic the Gathering unboxing. Today we're going to be looking at one of the new Avacyn restored intro packs. This is the Bound by Strength pack. So this is a, as you can see, green-blue, and this uses the new Soulbond mechanic to bind creatures together. So it'll be interesting to see how this actually works in the deck. And this is basically the reason why I bought it. I always try and go for the decks in the set that show off the new mechanics. As always, it's an intro pack, so we get a nice booster here, it's a crack at the end. And something to look forward to. So, 60 card deck. Also in here, one of the cards, which is the Warfare Silver Heart, is our is a foil. Opening very well. Okay. Just get this nicely lined up for you. So also we've got, as always, nothing's really changed much in this in set to set. So we've got the how to play guide and a bit about the Avacyn restored decks and the set itself in there. And there's our booster. So let's look at the main deck first of all. So we have a Warfare Silver Heart, which is a rare. So as always with this, I'll just pull out the rares as I go along and just quickly go through them. So this is 3 and 2 green for a 4/4. So 5 to cast for a 4/4. Has Soulbound, or Soulbond, should I say. So Soulbond, if you've not seen it before, you may pair this creature with another unpaired creature when either enters the battlefield. So it's enters the battlefield pairing that it occurs. They remain paired for as long as you control both of them. So if you wanted to de-pair a Soulbond, you'd have to find some way of sort of bouncing the creature, either back to your hand to replay, or say using flickering, where you sort of momentarily bounce it into the exile zone. And you'll see in this deck there's a few cards that do that. As long as it has Soulbound, or I keep saying Soulbound, Soulbond, as long as it's paired with another creature, each of those creatures get +4/+4. Not surprisingly, because we've got green mana in here, we've got an overrun. So this will give creatures you control +3/+3 and gain trample until end of turn. Got some lair delves in here. We've got an ice cage. A couple of joint assaults. And then our mana base here. So we've got islands. I count 12 there, I think. And a forest. Got 13 forests. So not quite 50-50 split, but pretty close. So what's that? 25, I think, lands in total. We got a next rare in the pack in the deck is Deadeye Navigator. So this is 4 colourless and 2 blue. So 6 mana to cast for a 5/5. Has Soulbond. So you pair it with another unpaired creature when either enters the battlefield. As long as Deadeye Navigator is paired with another creature, each of those creatures has 1 and a blue. Exile this creature, then return it to the battlefield under your control. So you can basically bounce or flicker, a creature, and then effectively repair it, rebond it. We've got a Vort's Claw. In fact, there's 2 of those. Pathbreaker Worm. We have the ever popular Acidic Slime. So this has got Death Touch on it. It's a 2/2 for 3 and 2 green, uncommon, and it basically destroys a target artifact or an enchantment or a land when it enters the battlefield. Geist Trappers, 1 of those. Elgord Shieldmate, very good uncommon in blue, 3 and a blue for a 2/3. It's got Soulbond. As long as Elgord Shieldmate is paired with another creature, both creatures have hexproof. And there's 2 of those in the deck. Flowering Limberknot. This one can't attack unless it's paired. It's soul bonded. There's 2 of those. Druid's Familiar. These cards are very slippery. Latch Seeker. That's an unblockable 3/1 for 3 mana. Wolfir Avenger. This is an uncommon. It's got flash on it. Trusted Force Mage. 2 of those. 3 Trusted Force Mages. Tandem Lookout. So another, you can see, there's a lot of creatures obviously in this deck with the Soulbond mechanic. There's 2 Tandem Lookouts. There's Runeclaw Bear. Well, it is a green deck. Nightshade Peddler. So that Soulbond ability gives both creatures Death Touch. Wingcrafter gives both creatures flying. Nephilia Smuggler. So that's got flicker on it. And Llanowar Elves, not surprising because this is the green deck, there's 2 of those, so that's going to help you with your mana in green. So there we have the deck. I'm probably going to do a second video this which sort of analyses the deck in a bit more depth and looks at possible changes you can do and various tricks with the Soulbond and the flicker elements. So let's have a look at the booster. Whether we got anything just good in here or anything that we can sort of combine with our existing cards and swap out. Let's move these to one side. So first up, starting with the commons, we have Haunted Ghoul in black. So already very interesting here. We've got a Trusted Force Mage. I think we've got 3 of these in the deck already. So this is a possibility. We can have a look at the deck and see if we wanted to swap that out with something. Midnight Duelist. Guise of Fire. Bone Splinters. Amass the Components. So with this we can draw 3 cards, then put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. So that's in blue. So we're looking for sort of blue and green specifically for this deck, but also just see if there's anything really decent in here. Necrobite. Zealous Strike. Hairs of Stromkirk. We've got a Sheltering Word. in green here. 1 and a green instant. Target creature you control gains hexproof until end of turn. You gain life equal to that creature's toughness. Our first uncommon is Corpse Traders. Into the Void is a blue card, uncommon. And we can return up to 2 target creatures to their owner's hands. So that could be used to bounce something or a couple of things. Stern Mentor. It's got Soulbound on it. Soulbond. To stop saying that. 3 and a blue for a 2/2, and let's have a look at what its Soulbond ability is. So as long as it's paired, it has tap, target creature puts the top 2 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. So it's got milling on there. Oh wow, here we go. So we have a Griselbrand. So this is 4 colourless and 5 black. Flying, lifelink, pay 7 life, draw 7 cards for a 7/7, and that's a mythic rare. So obviously pretty pleased about this particular booster. We have a standard Magic promo card and our planes. So yes, very good booster there. We've got our Griselbrand, and then we've got all these sort of various blue and green cards that we could sort of play around with and just try out in our blue-green deck. So let's just do that a moment so we can just see this. So this is all the blues and greens we got in here. Trusted Forms Mage, Amass the Components, Sheltering Word, and Into the Void, and a Stern Mentor. And then obviously our main card here, although we couldn't really use this in the deck, is Griselbrand. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye for now.